Agentic workflows are becoming one of the most important parts of AI right now. We are moving from simple chatbots to assistants that can plan, remember context, connect to tools, automate tasks, and stay available when we are not in front of the computer. But there is still one big problem. Setting up these agents properly can get complicated very quickly. You need a server, you need Docker, you need environment variables, access tokens, messaging channels, security settings, and a setup that can run 24/7 without depending on your laptop. And for most people, that is where the workflow breaks. So in this video, I want to show you a much simpler way to do it. We are going to self-host OpenClaw on a Hostinger VPS using one-click deploy. OpenClaw is a personal AI assistant platform that runs on your own infrastructure and lets you interact with AI across different messaging channels like Telegram, Slack, Discord, WhatsApp, and more. So the idea is simple. Instead of running an AI assistant locally or spending hours manually configuring a server, we can deploy OpenClaw on a VPS, keep it online 24/7, and manage it in a more secure and production-ready way. In this video, I'll walk you through the full process step by step. We'll choose the right VPS plan, deploy OpenClaw with Hostinger's one-click deploy, open the OpenClaw dashboard, connect it to a real messaging channel, and then test the assistant with a practical task. So this is not just a quick overview. By the end of the video, you'll have a working self-hosted AI assistant running on your own VPS.
Now we are on Hostinger's dedicated OpenClaw hosting page. I'll leave the link to this page in the description, so if you want to follow along, you can open the same page and start from here. Now, if we scroll down, we have two main options. The first one is Managed OpenClaw. This is the easiest option. It's for people who want OpenClaw ready out of the box without managing the server, infrastructure, updates, or configuration manually. The second option is OpenClaw on VPS. This one is more flexible. It is still prepared with a pre-installed template, but here you get full root and terminal access plus dedicated VPS resources. So this option is better if you want more control over your OpenClaw setup, if you want to manage the server yourself, customize things later, or use the VPS for more advanced workflows. For this video, I'm going with OpenClaw on VPS because the goal is to self-host OpenClaw and show how this works on an actual VPS server. After choosing the VPS option, we land on the checkout and configuration page. Here, Hostinger shows the selected KVM2 plan, and in this case, the period is set to 24 months. This is usually where you get the best value because the longer period gives you a much lower monthly price compared to paying month by month. And for a self-hosted AI assistant, that makes sense because the whole point is to keep it running long-term 24/7. Now, before continuing, I also want to remind you about the coupon code. You can use code and create at checkout to get an additional 10% discount. So after selecting the plan, just enter the coupon code here, apply it, and Hostinger will update the final price in the order summary. Below the VPS plan, we also have a few OpenClaw-related options. The first one is Ready to Use AI, and this is already selected. This means OpenClaw can deploy instantly with AI access included, so we don't have to start by manually connecting API keys just to make the assistant work. Then we also have Instant Web Scraping, which is optional. This is useful if you want your agent to work with real-time web data and collect information from the web without setting up scraping manually. A bit lower, we have Agentic Mail. This gives your OpenClaw agent a dedicated email, which can be useful for automating outreach, replies, notifications, and other email-based workflows separately from your personal inbox. And then there is Daily Auto Backup. This is also optional, but it is useful if you want your VPS data backed up every day, so it is safer and easier to restore if something goes wrong. After that, we choose the server location. In my case, I'm selecting Germany, but in general, you should choose the location closest to you or closest to where your audience and services are. This helps with latency and overall responsiveness. Once the plan, coupon code, options, and server location are ready, we can continue to the next step and start setting up OpenClaw on the VPS. After checkout, Hostinger takes us into the H-panel dashboard. Here, we can already see the VPS that was created for this setup. It shows the server name, the KVM2 plan, the IP address, and the current status. In my case, the server is already running.
To continue, I'll click Manage. Now we are inside the VPS overview page. This is where Hostinger shows the main server details, the operating system, root access, CPU usage, memory usage, and other server tools. Since OpenClaw is deployed as a Docker-based setup, the section we need is Docker Manager, so I'll open Docker Manager from the left sidebar. Inside Docker Manager, we can see the existing Docker project. It's already running, which means the Docker environment itself is active and ready. Now to deploy OpenClaw, I'll open the Compose menu. Here we have a few options: compose manually, compose from URL, and one-click deploy. For this tutorial, we are choosing one-click deploy because that is the fastest and cleanest path. Instead of writing a Docker compose file manually or pasting a URL, Hostinger lets us choose OpenClaw directly from the application catalog. Now we just need to search for OpenClaw in the catalog. Now we are inside the one-click deploy configuration for OpenClaw. The first field is the gateway token. This is what we will use later to access the OpenClaw web interface. Hostinger already generates it for us, so we don't have to create it manually. I still recommend saving it somewhere secure before moving forward, because we will need it when we open the OpenClaw dashboard. Then we have several optional AI provider fields: Anthropic, OpenAI, Gemini, X, Nexos, and Oxylabs. In this setup, Nexos is already included because we selected the Ready-to-Use AI option earlier, so we don't need to manually add another AI provider just to get started. That makes the first launch much easier. If later you want to connect your own model provider, you can still use these fields, but for this tutorial, I want to keep the setup simple and use what is already provided. Now we also have fields for messaging channels, including WhatsApp and Telegram. For this video, I'll connect Telegram because it is one of the fastest ways to test the assistant after deployment. To do that, I'll open Telegram and search for BotFather. This is the official Telegram bot that lets you create and manage Telegram bots. Once I open BotFather, I'll start the chat and use the new bot command. First, BotFather asks for the display name of the bot. This can be a normal readable name, so I'll type something simple. Then it asks for the username. This part is important. The username must be unique, and it also has to end with bot. In my case, the first username I tried was already taken, so BotFather asked me to try something different. That can happen, and it's completely normal. You just need to choose another username until Telegram accepts it. After the username is accepted, BotFather creates the bot and gives us the connection credential for the bot. This is what OpenClaw will use to connect to Telegram. One important note here: do not share this credential with anyone. Treat it like a private password. Now I'll copy it, go back to OpenClaw configuration window, and paste it into the Telegram field. At this point, the required setup is ready. We have the gateway token, Nexos AI access is already configured, and now Telegram is connected. So now I can click Deploy. Hostinger starts creating the OpenClaw Docker project, and we can see the deployment status inside Docker Manager. After a short moment, the new OpenClaw project appears in the list. At first, the status shows that it has been created, and then it changes to running once the deployment is complete. Now OpenClaw is running on the VPS. We also get an open link, a terminal option, a gateway token button, and the usual management controls. So the server side is now ready. The next step is to open OpenClaw, log in with the gateway token, and check if the assistant is working properly. Now that OpenClaw is running, I'll open it from Docker Manager. This takes us to the OpenClaw login page, and here we need to enter the gateway token. This is the same gateway token that Hostinger generated during the one-click deploy setup, so I'll paste it here and log in. After that, OpenClaw opens the gateway dashboard. On this screen, we can see the WebSocket URL and the gateway token already filled in. This is basically the connection layer between OpenClaw interface and the server running on our VPS. Once I click Connect, we are inside the OpenClaw dashboard, and now we can already see that the assistant is active. At the top, OpenClaw is using the Nexos model that came with the Ready-to-Use AI option, so we don't need to configure a separate model provider just to start testing. To make sure everything works, I'll send a simple message first. I'll just type, "Hey," and the assistant replies, "Hey, I just came online. Who am I to you and what should I call you?" So OpenClaw is now running, connected to the model, and ready for the first setup. Here, I'll give it some basic identity instructions. For example, I'll tell it, "You are Jack, my personal assistant, and my name is George."
This gives the assistant a simple role and tells it how to address me from now on. After I send that, the assistant confirms the setup and asks a few follow-up questions about the style and boundaries I want. This is useful because OpenClaw is not just a one-time chat. It is meant to behave like a persistent assistant, so it needs to know how formal it should be, what kind of tone I prefer, and what limits it should respect. Now let's also check the Telegram side. When I open the Telegram bot and press Start, OpenClaw tells me that access is not configured yet. It gives me my Telegram user ID and a pairing code. This is important because OpenClaw does not automatically allow anyone to message the bot. We need to approve access first, so I'll copy the Telegram user ID and go back into OpenClaw. Inside OpenClaw, I'll open Channels from the left sidebar. Here, we can see different communication channels, including WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, and Google Chat. For this setup, we need Telegram. I'll scroll to the Telegram configuration and find the Allow From section. This is where I add my own Telegram user ID, so OpenClaw knows that messages from my Telegram account are allowed. After adding the ID, I'll also change the Telegram DM policy to Allow List. This means only the users we explicitly allow can communicate with the assistant through Telegram. That is the safer option, especially if you're using this as a personal AI assistant. Now I'll save the settings. Once the Telegram channel is saved, I can go back to Telegram and test again. This time, when I message the bot, it responds properly. I ask, "Who are you?" and now it replies as Jack, my AI personal assistant, directly inside Telegram. So at this point, the full loop is working. OpenClaw is running on the Hostinger VPS, the web dashboard is connected, the AI model is responding, and Telegram is linked as a real communication channel. And that's the full setup. We started from the Hostinger OpenClaw page, picked the VPS option, configured the KVM2 plan, and used one-click deploy instead of setting everything up manually. Then we opened Docker Manager, selected OpenClaw from the catalog, configured the gateway token, connected Telegram, deployed the OpenClaw project, and logged into the dashboard. After that, we tested the assistant in the web interface, gave it a basic identity, and connected it to Telegram using the Allow List setup. So now we have a self-hosted AI assistant running on a Hostinger VPS, available through the browser and through Telegram, with the server staying online in the background. That's the main advantage of this kind of setup. You don't need to keep your laptop running, you don't need to rebuild the whole server manually, and you still get more control than using a fully locked down hosted assistant. If you want to set this up yourself, I'll leave the Hostinger link in the description. And don't forget, you can use the coupon code CODE&CREATE to get an additional discount at checkout. If this video was helpful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what kind of AI agent workflow you want me to test next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.